What's up, my nerds and nerdettes? We're here in the final best of 3, the GSL Codas for this group today. Innovation, the first to escape to the round of 8. Who will be the next one? Will it be PartinG or will it be Life? This is the rematch from where we started today.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Life started off with a bang, Tasteless. He played just phenomenally, especially that Akalon game.
Oh my God.
PartinG went down on that Akalon game, man.
He shut him down. Now, Flash, believe it or not, is first out of the group. That's...
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine if somebody could, we could go back in time and tell Starcraft 1 Artosis and Starcraft 1 Taste, it's like, hey guys, guess what? You're going to catch this game in the future, but it's going to be the group of death. And it's so good that Flash was the first guy knocked down. Yeah. I'm going to be like, what?
Be like, well, Terran must be vastly underpowered in this new game, huh? And they're like, no, it's fine. It's totally fine.
All right.
Here we go. Star Station map number 1. Can be a hard map for Protoss vs. Zerg. Would not be surprised to see a gateway expansion from PartinG. Life, on the other hand, would not be surprised at all. In fact, I'd be surprised if we did not, based upon his previous play, see the double evolution chamber, really quick Zergling upgrades into 3 base.
How is PartinG going to respond? What does he have in store? How many more strats do these guys have, especially PartinG in this case? Because his strats did not work in the first best of 3.
No, they didn't.
He's going to have to come up with something new, possibly. Ooh. What else does he have? He knew there were 2 other Terrans in the group. Probably had to have more PVT strats than
he probably practiced
PVC.
it more. He probably did.
It's going to be tough. All right, well, let's get hyped, guys. Get out there and spread the word, and we're going to find out who's going to be the final survivor of this group here at the GSL Codas, the most competitive esports show of all time at GOMTV.net. In the bottom left, our amazing Protoss player, can he get his revenge? He is.
SK Telecom T1, PartinG.
In the upper left, we have our Zerg player. He just couldn't quite beat Innovation, but he did fine against PartinG. Let's see if he can do it again. He is.
Started Life.
Okay, Tasteless. Oh, it's time to see who the second best player in the world
Combat X.
No.
That's old school.
That is old school.
That's old school.
Yeah. He's actually become quite good at StarCraft 2.
Has he?
Yeah. I wonder why there was a sign for him.
What if that's Combat X?
Like, well, I don't know.
What if that's Combat X right there in the audience?
Cheers to him for coming to Korea.
Yeah.
But today is all about the 4 best players in the world.
This is true.
All right, so this is a 10 pool, and that is, is he going to cancel that gas? Because he's, no, I guess he's definitely not going to cancel that now that you think about it, no.
It's going to be like the StarCraft 2 version of the 9 pool.
Kind of. You know what this is really nice for is against gateway expansions. Because he's going to get this little plume of Zerglings that are going to be able to slow down the expansion. And if he goes for speed right away, then that's going to help him out a lot. Like a really quick speed. All he needs to do is keep PartinG from making a wall in at the low ground with the gateway expand. And then he can, because he'll have speed, force PartinG to go into a 3-gate, likely a 3-gate expand with some sentries mixed in. And that's absolutely not how you want to do gateway expands in this game. Not nowadays, at least.
Yeah.
Way back in time, yes. Nowadays, no.
Now, the Zerg is most likely going to take his drones off of gas once he gets 100.
Yeah, I would say
just enough for speed, then he needs to go back to developing his economy.
And there goes speed, no more gas. And, he's gone up to 8 lings, and that's a really nice number. So, yeah, he should be able to actually pull this off very well. I feel like this is getting more and more popular. As Gateway expands on some maps like Star Station are getting more popular.
Uh-oh. He's going to be able to get a lot of probes here, or at least force a lot of lost mining time.
Yeah. Now, conversely, if he loses a bunch of Zerglings by accident, that would be a huge mistake, because then PartinG can easily take his expand.
Yeah.
Now 6 more Lings on the way. Oh my god, this is such a good move by
PartinG's control has been so good, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Whoa, that like actually got triggered before it even was there. That was crazy.
All right, 8 more Lings. He's making a lot more Lings, man. In fact, he's hiding them for now. Might be waiting for speed to finish to send them out. But there's actually nothing on the map for PartinG to scout that with anyways.
All right, so he's on the run right now. Now, ideally, you don't want to show them that you have speed until it's too late.
Yeah, this actually should end the game right away because there's no other units being made. The Mothership Core, you know, there's only so much a Nexus Cannon and Mothership Core can do. When there's mass speedlings, he's going to kill so many probes that I think maybe nothing else is going to matter in this game.
All right, and speed's almost done. He doesn't know quite yet. And now he does.
Uh-oh. He cannot be happy about this one, Tastes. He's going to have to go back and throw down that Nexus Cannon. A nice, that's a very nice pile in there to block the Lings from coming in, but there's other holes, and the Lings are going for him.
The probes are taking some heavy hits. The sentry's almost down. He needs to get a good force field up here.
A good force field does go down. Look at this. He is PartinG. You are so good at building placement, but does it actually matter?
Looks like the sentry goes down. More Lings are in here now.
He's already killed off 8 probes total.
He's continuing to make more Zerglings, and note that Nexus Cannon's not going to last forever. Boom! Pylon goes down.
You know, this is, I have to hand it to PartinG. That was a much better hold than I ever thought I could see.
No, I know. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, he's waiting, though, for the Nexus Cannon to go away. But we do have the Warp Gate almost done. A Sentry's going to be popping out, and he's going up to those 3 gates, as previously mentioned. He's going to need those to be able to hold off the Speedlings. Maybe he can stabilize and go down and take an expansion.
That would be insane if this game were to stabilize. That would be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Looks like he's timed it out. I think the Nexus Cannon is just now going to end.
Yeah, very shortly.
Yeah.
He says, forget it. I got to go now, and look at this wallet. So beautifully done.
Yeah.
Nexus Cannon is over with.
He's going for this gateway. Now he's going to try to run around to the bottom. PartinG just trying to wall himself in. Anything he can do to stay alive right now.
PartinG is just so on key with his wall and his force field. His sentries and Mothership Core somehow holding off this assault for now.
I cannot believe this is actually happening. He's got another force field up here.
Listen, right now, we actually have life base going. He's just making Zerglings. He has so few drones. He's going up to 13.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He needs to have some of these Lings just hit the gateways.
Yeah, and he is starting to do that. I think he's realized. PartinG in the meantime, though, he just needs to warp out a few more units here.
All right, he's going to get this gateway very soon here. We got one Zealot out here to try to hold this. More Lings are continuing to be made right now.
That is going to help out so much. Just trying to pick off gateways so his Lings may be overwhelmed. But
and he takes out the gateway. Only one gateway left right now.
Talk about SimCity tasteless.
No kidding, man.
Oh my god, another gateway going up as part of a wall. The Zealot holding the other area. And that's it. Life has to expand and he has to start making drones.
You are kidding me.
I can't even fathom. I thought for sure.
I know. This is like a rock, versus paper situation.
Dude, exactly. That rock went right through the paper, or the Zerglings were kept out of the minerals, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
But the fact that he blocked the first set of Zerglings from the minerals with his probe so expertly, losing so little, and then walled in like a superhero. Has he ever actually walled like this on this map before?
That was improvised, man.
It was. That was improvisation.
Improvisation, if you will.
Oh, God. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to lose these.
Oh, my God.
He's losing 3.
He lost, I think, a little bit too
Warps
much.
in a few feet in front of that sentry. Oh, my God. He's so good. But losing 3 and now a 4. Ouch.
That's
ouch.
a lot.
The amount of value just gained by life there with those Lings was far above and beyond what he ever thought possible. That was definitely a mistake there by PartinG. Definitely a mistake. Oh. But everything else he's done this game has been God mode.
PartinG is just godlike, man.
So is life.
Yeah.
The fact that life still found a way to deal damage with those Lings against the perfectly fortified position. Oh my God. That was like watching the Lord of the Rings scene before Gandalf comes down on his horse.
Oh, yeah.
And PartinG held, though. He didn't need Gandalf. Gandalf never had to come. But then he went outside when there was still a million orcs and lost a bunch of his sentries, and that was not good.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right, he's just going to do a quick poke here with the Mothership Core.
Yeah.
Kind of surveying the area, seeing what's going on. He hasn't really been able to scout much of anything.
I wonder what the plan is here from Life and from PartinG, because
I think PartinG has to do another timing and try to just get him before the third base. He doesn't have really tech here.
You
no
have to
forge,
try to,
no robo, you know.
I guess you have to just try to feel out where you are in this game. It looks like, he looks like he does want to do a little push here. There's going to be some spines going down. Yeah, Life doesn't want to mess with like a bunch of zealots warping in. That would be rough, especially with some sentries there. And he's going to find everything closed off to him. Well, here we go, Tasteless. Walking across the map. Don't think he's really going to get anything done. You know, 3 spines as these warp in. Because, yeah, he has to make a pile and get a warp in. He's basically going to have 3 spines, a couple queens, and some lings. And that's all he needs
yeah, he'll be fine
to hold.
We have a Twilight Council here. He might go for Blink or something.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. That's a good point. Blinking in the main or just having a very efficient 2-base army versus 2-base army, you're going to be able to outmike your opponent no matter what with Blink.
Yeah, sure.
But what does Life go for here? Is he going to throw out an Infestation Pit or a Spire?
Kind of surprised
Or
how close that pylon is to potentially hit by a Spine Crawler.
I think he's trying to force more defense and less drones. You know, he's like, hey, see this? See this pylon? Make lings. No drones.
Oh!
Nice.
Nice city.
No.
Oh my god!
Wow. He's got to be careful,
Look at his
though.
control.
With the links coming out, he's going to be careful. Links from both sides, almost enough there. Life knew he didn't quite have it. Infestation Pit, and it is Blink. All right, well, fair enough. Fair enough what we've seen. Okay, so it looks like it's kind of like the other game that we watched before, but what position are they in comparatively to each other? We have 45 probes of 47 drones. We have 5 sentries out right now. Blink is on the way. No upgrades for Life. I think that's maybe the most important part.
Really nice catch.
Wow. That's a lot of free lings, and look at the supply difference now.
Yeah.
But, oh, forget Infestors, man. This is actually even smarter. Swarm host play.
He's going to turtle it out.
Yeah, he's going to have to, because he barely held with 2-2 upgrades against a 2-base push like this from PartinG. With 0-0 and a worse economy to begin, no possibility. So he's going to have to just try to use Swarm hosts. That third is definitely not going.
No, that's going to be canceled for sure.
Yeah, or killed. Well, I wonder if Swarm hosts will actually be able to do it, because the Blink is like, it allows you to get away from them. You know, the Locusts aren't really going to do much damage to the Stalkers. But maybe, we'll see.
He's going to, like, cancel that, at the last second. Just to try to buy time. He could use the Mothership Core to blink up into the main. The Swarm hosts are here, but now remember, Life doesn't know PartinG has Blink, necessarily.
Yeah. Well, he's going to know in a second. In fact, he should know right now, just because of them all standing there. And beautiful move here. The thing is, there is no observer. He's going to have to go ahead and throw up a robo at home. Does so instantly. Don't ever really want to fight Locusts, especially when you're both kind of low economy.
Oh, this game is so weird. Now he can do this, actually.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna. Like, everything's on the high ground almost. Not quite everything, but enough. That
Locusts aren't going to go through that.
The drones
look at this. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is actually a lot of force fields. You know what?
You know
PartinG
what?
is going to keep this up the whole time. This is absolutely huge.
Whoa, man. He's going in here right now. He's going to keep hitting these Swarm hosts. He's actually done it. He's going to win this game.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That almost do a double take there.
That was a clutch move. You have to give that one to him.
He just out-positioned him there.
That's almost the end of force fields. You know, definitely a mistake by Life having those 2 on Burrow that he lost. And he's going down to 1 base here.
Damn! That was cool. I really enjoyed that. That was really interesting.
The amount of improvisation there was stunning from both sides. Really great ideas and moves everywhere. Life wondering how long is it going to take him to win 3 GSLs or 5 GSLs or 10 GSLs tasteless. At this rate, a long time.
I can't believe this. Okay, so we're going to go into game number 2. I assume it's going to be the map Whirlwind. We'll see if I'm wrong.
Whirlwind. Yeah.
Maybe Akalon Flats?
I'd be surprised if it was Akalon. Akalon is, I feel so much like PartinG's going to be comfortable there. Belshire, okay, that's
Belshire's another good one.
A pretty decent one for the types of games these two have. Not a terrible choice for life. You know, it's so frantic and back and forth.
Let's go back to that original, that last game we saw. That was crazy. PartinG held off what, by any measure, he should have lost.
Yes, he should have died.
Rush.
How many Protosses actually hold that like that? I don't know if any do.
Sentries,
ever.
pushed out. Life was smart, got the Swarm Host because that way he can't get attacked into. PartinG outmaneuvers him and kills the second base.
Yeah, really smart moves. And the thing is, Life had his Swarm Host split up a bit. Did definitely mess up losing a couple of them, but wow, just amazing play by these guys. Such a smart, move by PartinG. Just right at the exact right moment when he needed it, he figured something out and did it.
All right, you guys, get ready here for game number 2. Who's going to move on? Is PartinG going to 2-0 it, or are we going to go to the rubber match? We're going to find out soon at the GSL.